everyone, it's Heather with Tiller here, and this is the Getting Started video for the Tiller Yearly Budget and Insights template. It's a super easy template to get you started with a yearly budget if you're new to budgeting or you just want a simple budget that shows you your actuals against your budget and what's left over for the entire year. The first thing you'll want to do when you get started with this new yearly budget template is to head on over to the category sheet and refine your categories. This will look very similar to the category sheet in many of our other templates, with the exception of columns E through P. We'll talk about how these work in just a second. So as with our other templates in the category sheet, you'll assign a category, a group, and a type, which is an expense, income, or transfer type for the category. So feel free to overwrite these categories here. I don't have a mortgage, I just have rent, but I would say it's still in my living group. One additional category I might add is health insurance, which is also in my living group. It's an expense. So once I've got my categories set up and refined, I can overwrite these, delete the ones I don't need, or add new ones to the bottom of the list. Then I can go ahead and quickly fill in my budget for the entire year just here in the January cell for this specific category. So my health insurance is a fixed expense. It's $582 a month. If I type that in and press enter, it's going to automatically fill in the budget amount for the rest of the year for each month. Now let's say that I had a variable budget for my utilities from month to month. I can really quickly update those here in the specific month in which they need to change. From here, just go ahead and fine tune your budget for each month and then spend some time categorizing your transactions. This is where this yearly budget and insights template will start to come alive. You can categorize as little or as much as you would like, but just spend some time categorizing the transactions here in the transaction sheet. You can set up AutoCAD to help you automate this. You set up AutoCAD from the add-ons menu, Tiller, Tools, AutoCAD, and then Create. This will create the AutoCAD sheet and you can set up your rule set. We have a getting started video for AutoCAD and you can use it to really quickly get your transactions categorized when you're starting out in a brand new sheet as well. Once I have finished categorizing all my transactions, from there I can gain insights about my yearly budget and see where I am so far within the year. So here on the yearly budget sheet, the only cell you should edit is the year here. If you have several years of categorized transaction data in your Tiller sheet, you can modify the year here and see how you did from year to year, but this is the only place you should edit on this sheet. The rest of it is just a visualization of your actuals from the transaction sheet against your budget that you populate in the category sheet and then what's left over for the month. And so it's a really great visualization for the entire year. Here in columns C, D, and E, you get your entire year's budgeted cash flow, your actual cash flow to date, as well as the actuals for all your categories, the budgets for all your categories, and what's available for the entire year for all of your categories. Then here in the non-frozen section to the right, you can use the scroll bar to scroll right to visualize what the current month is looking like. So for August, my budget is out of balance. I have a budgeted cash flow that's negative $563, so that lets me know that I need to budget more income for this month or I need to decrease my budgeted expenses for the month. So far, I have a negative cash flow. I'm only a little more than halfway through the month, so I can expect to earn some more income and get this actual cash flow up. But I also probably want to correct my budgeted cash flow so that I'm in the positive or at least zeroed out here. Then I can see for each specific category, my actuals, my budget, and what's available based on the budget that I have set up here for that category for the month of August here on the category sheet. There are some other really great reports in this template as well. There's a year-to-date report, which gives you an idea of how your budget is performing as of the end of this month. It's pulling in data based on whatever is configured for the year from the yearly budget sheet. So if I were to change this to 2017, then my year to date would be for 2017. We also have a nice budget filtering report, which allows you to just drill down to either the actual budget or available amounts for each of your categories and for the entire year. The yearly insights sheet might be familiar to some of you. This is a sheet that we released quite some time ago, and it just gives you some insights for the entire year. Your net cash flow, your income versus spending. You can choose a year here in the top. You can choose the sorting settings here, either sort by the category name alphabetically or by the total to check out what category you're spending the most in for the year. And then the top descriptions, you can modify the settings here to show you as little as five descriptions and the total spend for that description, and up to 100 descriptions. Those are the basics of how to use the Tiller Yearly Budget and Insights template. Please let us know if you have any feedback or questions about using this template. Happy tracking!